Good evening and welcome back to Universal Orlando Resort, where we're here for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Second vlog from this event this year. Go way back to near the start of our trip when we filmed the first vlog. This is actually the final vlog from me and Charlotte's trip here to Orlando, Florida.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It has been amazing. We've done so much, haven't we? Both in Orlando and Tampa. Of course, we went down to Busch Gardens, and we've done all the Disney parks, water parks, we've done fun spots. It has been absolutely incredible, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Oh, what an amazing trip. And this is the final vlog we're going to be recording. There's a couple of days what we're going to be doing off camera. We don't actually go home straight away after this. A couple of days where we're doing a few things again, some of our favourites. Again, a few last things for Charlotte to experience. But in terms of the videos, all the major things that we've covered, this is it. We're wrapping it up tonight because there's a few bits we need to do still for this year's Halloween Horror Nights.
We didn't do it all the other night.
No, what have we got left to do then?
So we've got Stranger Things.
Yes.
And Yeti, and then we've got the show on the lake, and then we've got Academy of Villains.
Yeah, so we've got 4 things that we need to see tonight. We haven't got here for the opening because we've been at Busch Gardens today. So make sure you check out the vlog that's now online. And yeah, we had a fantastic day down there. Loads of long ride POVs. Really good day, wasn't it? Very quiet.
It was really good.
In terms of crowd levels, we're expecting this to be quite light again tonight. It's a Wednesday night, so hopefully we're going to get everything in. Stranger Things, when we checked just, what was it on?
It's on 55. So.
Not bad at all. People have been waiting 3 hours for that house. So yeah, it's about 7:30 just gone, open till 1 AM, so we've got loads of time. Is Charlotte going to make it till the end tonight?
Yeah.
Right, last time she didn't, but we did loads anyway, didn't we? So here we go. Welcome to our final vlog from this trip to Orlando, and then we'll be going back home and all the Halloween stuff back there. So loads to look forward to. And yeah, here we go. Welcome back. One last visit to Halloween Horror Nights. This is it. Oh, it's great to be back. Lovely temperature tonight as well. Not too hot, not too cold, just perfect. Starting off with a walkthrough of one of 5 scare zones. It's Anarchy. Definitely look pretty low for tonight, which is good for us. Straight into Stranger Things. We didn't get to do this last time. 70-minute wait advertised. Let's go inside and we'll see you when we come out and we'll give you our thoughts. Once again, we'll be doing the reviews out of 10. Also, we'll be going in some of the houses we did last time and seeing how they compare. Disappointed with that. Stranger Things, we waited about an hour for that. It was advertised 70. Yeah, not too bad, like, really good. So that was one of the longest, if not the longest house at this year's event. I've never seen Stranger Things, so we're both going to review it as people who've never watched it, but just based on the acting quality, the set pieces, I thought it was incredible. In fact, it's one of the best themed scare attractions I've ever been in.
I agree, it's really good. There's just so much going on.
What I really liked about that was the variety of scares as well. Some of them can get a bit repetitive sometimes. In there was shutter trapdoors. We went on a bus. This is one of my favourite scenes, going through like a coach. And there was one of the plant-like creatures that came from above us. That was a really good scene. And then we had a huge, like, either puppet or animatronic, I'm not too sure, in one of the last rooms. Huge, must have been about 15 foot tall. Amazing. Any standout bits for you in there?
I just thought the whole place was really good.
Yeah, really like that house. One of my favourites of this year's event. 8 out of 10 from me. What about you?
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow, there we go. But Fantastic, that leaves us with one more house left to do that we've not yet done at this year's event. Like I say, if you want to see our first reactions, check out the vlog that we filmed a few weeks back now when we came for the first time. Next up, it's time to go and try Yeti. This one's not based on any brands or anything like that. It's an inbuilt house, in-house brand, so I'm looking forward to seeing this one, seeing how they put it together. So let's head round to Yeti. I'm hoping that the line's not going to be too bad for that one with it being in-house. So let's go and have a look. But yeah, with Stranger Things, absolutely fantastic. Makes me want to go and actually watch it, to be honest. It was really good. Advertised wait time for Yeti, 35 minutes. Let's go. Not Jimmy Fallon. No, that'd be the scariest thing if that was open. One of the big highlights of this event is also getting to see a little bit of behind the scenes here in Universal Studios Florida. You get to walk through some of the back of house areas that you can only do if you actually come to Halloween Horror Nights. In terms of how the theme, the mazes and stuff, it all kind of starts as soon as you enter into one of the houses. And I'll mention this again, obviously being in the UK we call them scare mazes or scare attractions, not houses. So if you do refer to us, say the word mazes at any point, of course we do mean house. But yeah, in terms of the experience, the queue lines and stuff, as you can see, we're literally on an access road. They've put all these poles in and you've got like all the rope fencing. It's not like immersive queue lines. So if you are coming like over from the UK or a lot of scare attractions in Europe, expecting all the experience might begin in the queue line, it really doesn't. Like the experience is when you go into that house, isn't it? Yeah. Which is different. I mean, it's got a good vibe about it. You can also buy food and drink as well in the lines.
Burgers in the queue.
Yeah, so you had a lovely burger, didn't you?
Lovely.
It was what, $13? $13,
but you got two small little burgers, but I recommend them.
But obviously it's good when the lines are long, having stalls and you can buy drinks, alcoholic drinks as well in the queue lines. You get some great views up there of Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. All the lights on there, home to get a night ride on that possibly later. I think Charlotte might rank it a bit higher at night. But here we go, in terms of this one, we're heading round here, snaking round the back. We're going to be going into back of Studio 24, I believe. So we'll see when we come out. Yeti, final house for us to experience this year. And then, of course, we'll see the shows, more scare zones, and do some repeat houses.
So there's like 5 or 6 houses.
I'm so glad that we saved that until tonight. Love it, big jump scares going on here. Until we saved that until tonight. That was absolutely excellent. Best house at this year's event for me. Reasons because theming, air conditioning in there to really make it feel cold. Like snow machines, all the snow over everything. Started off like going through a forest, seeing all like wooden like log cabins around. Started off really eerie. And there wasn't like a Yeti for ages. Started off couple of minutes, didn't see any actors. And all of a sudden, first Yeti comes from behind a branch. Someone trying to shoot him. We then head through the log cabins, some really good theming as we're heading through them. And oh, it was just so beautiful to look at, wasn't it? I can tell you on edge of it. We've got some of the actors around from well, the scare zones, as you can see. But what really made that for you? What did you like?
How big the Yetis were. I looked miniature. That was excellent. Favourite maze ever. I loved it.
The thing is with that, like the Yetis were big, but they were actually raised up on platforms as well. And there was one point where you were looking up like the top of like a massive mountain of snow, and there was a Yeti up the top, like a real person actually in there as an actor. I just thought the whole thing was a really nice package. The fact that they turned the AC up like ridiculously high, it was freezing in there. It's only about 5 minutes in length, but blimey, that was spectacular. All the highlights in there, some of the little details, like you had the Yeti would actually took someone and was like eating all the flesh off them. Loads of little details. I want to get back in that house again. And that was absolutely outstanding. Really, really liked it. Best house, 10 out of 10 from me. What about you?
11 out of 10.
Whoa, best house? Yeah. Loved it. But there we go, we've done them all. Means we can do some repeats tonight. We're coming up shortly. We're off to see the Lake Show. New for this year, they've done a Lake Show. They've never done that before. But first, let's go for a little look inside the tribute store just over here on the way. located in the same place that it has been for a good few years as the tribute store. It's had this big entrance here to fit in with the whole scare zone around here of Samba Lands double tap. And here we go. So basically the tribute store is where you buy all the merchandise for Halloween Horror Nights. It all gets themed up. This year, it's bigger than ever before. Tickets please, tickets please. Love it. It's fantastic, here we go. Enter if you dare.
I had a good lesson, certification to the
We've got a Ghostbusters photo opportunity over there at the back. Is that a can of Sprite I can see in there? Love it. Slimer up there. Loads of different merchandise this year's event. T-shirts, you can get them with all the houses on, scare zones. Look at all this Ghostbusters theme in, brilliant. All sorts of different masks that you can try on over there as well. Universal Studios. Oh, there we go. Is that the shirts with the houses on? Let's have a look. There we go. Let's carry on around this way. More Ghostbusters merch. Got a mug for Halloween Horror Nights.
Let me see if they're in this back room.
Great thing about this shop, it's got all the audio, theming, lighting. Stuff like down here, like the telephone box. Oh, it's great. Absolutely awesome in here. This gives you an idea of what Stranger Things was actually like inside in terms of all the theming. Just like painted ropes and stuff, isn't it? They do a fantastic job. There's just so much merchandise this year, more merch than ever before. All these Stranger Things stuff here as well. It's got Halloween Horror Nights on the front. Love all this theming, but yeah, this is literally what it looked like inside the house, all of this decor. Big scale stuff. This is where you think it ends, but it carries on. Let's continue round in the tribute store. Hey! Here we are in all of the classic monsters. And look at the size of this theming, fantastic. It really gives you an insight into the details, what they put into the different houses. Oh, look at this, they've actually got in like old wooden like bookcases and display units, put all the props on top. You got like the big window over there. Available after midnight. I like that. What we got going on over here? You're right in there, mate. What do you think of the tribute store, Charlotte?
Yeah, it's so good.
Very heavily themed. Yeah, look at these masks, what you can buy down here. The size of them is crazy. We were trying them on the other day when we came in the daytime. Absolutely love the tribute store, the size of it as well this year. Big range of merchandise on offer, fantastic in there. They do a great job, and like I say, it gives you an insight into the quality of the theming that really goes into the different attractions here. Let's take a walk through Zombie Land on the way through to go and see the lake show, which is located just down here. Some great theming in this scare zone, including a replica S&S shot tower. Look at that. It's even got the seats on there and some people that, yeah, don't look great in a good way. Really well themed, lots of pumping audio, the biggest scare zone here, lots of atmosphere, lots of actors. Right then, here we go. It's time for something brand new at this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Looking forward to this. It's Halloween Marathon of Mayhem, a lake show with all fountains. You looking forward to this?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Lights, projections on the buildings. Don't 100% know what to expect from this, but that's kind of a good thing, isn't it? A bit of a surprise. Let's head inside. In terms of the viewing area, it's in the same place as where you watch the normal show what they do on the lake here as well, with all the fountains. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I've never done this style of show before during the Halloween Horror Nights. Highlights coming up over the next few minutes. Is that Rick Astley I can hear? I'm pretty sure it is. I love it.
Let the mayhem begin.
late show was absolutely outstanding there. All of the fountains, the projections on the buildings at the back, and along with that, some really good music in there as well, such as Ghostbusters, Stranger Things, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Really good late show. What do you think?
It was brilliant. You just didn't know where to look because there was so much going on.
Yeah, there was, and what I really like about that new sort of venue what they've built there is it's very sort of tiered, that you get a fantastic view no matter where you stood. A lot of different venues that have nighttime shows like that, you can find yourself, there's people standing in front of you. With that, it's on like 3 or 4 different tiers. I thought it was absolutely outstanding. Really, really impressed with that. The quality of all the lasers on there was great. Things that they could do to make that even better would be some pyrotechnics and fire, maybe even fireworks in there. But I need to actually see the normal show, what they started doing in there, what they launched earlier this year. It was fantastic. I've never really been into my nighttime shows at Universal that much, but having Disney so close, I've kind of like always thought their shows are up here. However, that was brilliant, really good late show. Kind of reminded me a little bit of World of Colour over at Disney California Adventure. It's on a little bit of a smaller scale, but certainly very, very impressive. And yeah, moving on with the shows then now, straight over to go and see Academy of Villains. It's crazy with this because it started off really small a few years ago. They still had Bill and Ted over in the venue over at the back here, the Fear Factor Live stage. And they actually had Academy of Villains on a much smaller stage over near where the lake show is now. That's where it all started off. And then a few years later, it's now on the massive stage here at the event, numerous shows. It was brilliant last year, lots of fire, pyrotechnics, excellent dancing. So let's see what it's like tonight. Here's some highlights coming up over the next few minutes.
The plague spreads like wildfire through these corrupt streets. As a man of medicine, I have taken it upon myself to find an antidote. But for all my efforts, I have only made things worse. I have turned mankind into a monstrosity.
God, they were all very pink there. I think we got a bit sunburnt, haven't we, this trip? On a serious note, that was absolutely incredible. Best show I've seen here at Universal Orlando Resort, Academy of Villains. First time seeing that, what do you think?
That's the best show I've ever seen.
It was really, really good. Like 25 minutes, action-packed. What were some of your favourite parts from that then?
Oh, the man who was going like this with his arms.
So cringeworthy, wasn't it? In a good way.
It was really good. The whole production was amazing.
Yeah, like, a bit like diversity, aren't they?
Yeah, the diversity of America.
All the fire effects in there. Thought there might have been a bit of pyrotechnics like there was last year, but the set design was great and all the story behind it as well. It was all based around like London and these villains going around London, all like the plague masks and everything. Had a really dark theme to it. Some of my favourite parts of that are like when they bring out the screens and like use the torches and stuff. Really something a bit different. Just all round brilliant show. Right, we've got 90 minutes left of tonight's event to go and do some more houses. I'm hoping that it's going to start emptying out a little bit now. So we're going to head around this way and check out a couple just by sort of Yeti and the Barney area. We did them early on during the event when we was here last time, so we're going to have a look at those, see what the lines are on. Have another walk through Vanity Ball, the Scare Zone, do Vikings on the way down here as well. But normally just start to fill her out a bit now, so let's see if we can get a couple of houses in and see what these are advertised on. At least we've seen everything at this event though now.
Yeah.
All 10 houses, all 5 scare zones and both the shows. So we've done really, really well. Definitely at least a 2-night event though. So it's an advertised 25-minute wait for Graveyard Games. We was really impressed last time we did this. So let's head in there again and we'll see when we come out. Let's see how it compares to last time. Wait about 15 minutes there for our second run through Graveyard Games. Did it for the first time when we was here a couple of weeks back. Loved it just as much again tonight.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Absolutely brilliant. Some awesome scenes in there as you're making your way through the graveyard. Again, like some of the costumes in there are brilliant. Lots of variety. One of my favourite scares, something a bit different tonight, is when you've actually got like a corpse coming towards you. There's a lot of like illusion effects in there in terms of like using mirrors and really tricking the eye to think that something's going to happen when it's not. But no, that was fantastic. Anything else you want to add about that?
I think it was really good. There was stuff that I noticed in there that I didn't notice last time we went in.
Yeah.
Little details.
That's always the beauty of going round a house a second time.
Yeah.
You really get to see a lot more stuff. And that's why we're going into Universal Monsters. Advertised 35. Oh, it's a bright light.
The queue was empty.
We've just seen the queue from when we was around there, about to go into Graveyard Games, and it's probably about 5 minutes. It's nearly walk on, so we thought we'll do that. We've got just under an hour to go until the night wraps up. After this, we're going to have a walk through. Sorry about how dark it is. We're going to have a walk through a couple of the scare zones. We'll go through Vikings, Vanity Ball, and then try and get one more house in before we wrap the night up. But yeah, really productive night, I'd say. Got in what we wanted and done a couple of houses again as well. Oh, we blurred out a bit then. Very pink earlier in the vlog, we're very red now under this light is. Yeah, I know, yeah, well not a lobster, a monster, because we just come out of Universal Monsters for about 15-minute wait there, and another fantastic run through.
Yeah, really
absolutely brilliant. I noticed loads more things in there this time. Don't know if you saw it, but there was a big chandelier. It was quite high up, like it was quite hard to see first time going through. I didn't know it was there. This time I really noticed it, a big like skewish chandelier with all like flashing lights on it. That was quite cool. Like we had quite a funny moment because you go through a scene with all like fish masks and you actually saw the mask fall off.
His mask fell off and he was there like he's trying to put it on.
That was quite funny. Anything else that stood out for you in there? What,
I really like the fish.
Yeah, that's a good scene. Like you got like all the seaweed hanging down, like you're under the water. Other bits in there's like the mirror maze, that's really good. In general, some brilliant jump scares.
Really good.
Great to go through that one again. For me, the 3 that we've done tonight, I mean, they are the best hounds in my opinion. Graveyard Games, Universal Monsters and Yeti are my 3 houses for this year. Hopefully we'll get one more in tonight. We've got half an hour to go, but we're going to have a walk through a couple of scare zones now. We're going to go through Vikings, see that again, and then down to Charlotte's favourite, it's Vanity Ball. We're a bit tired now, aren't we? We're starting to, it's like 25 to 1 in the morning. You've done well though today. Bear in mind, we just spent a full day at Busch Gardens. You've done so well, Charlotte. But this is nearly it, the end of this vlog series. It's crazy. I hope you've really enjoyed it. But here we go. Let's go and have a little walk through a couple of scare zones. Here we go. Time to come and see our friends, the Vikings. Vikings Undead. Oh. Really emptied out, so we're going to appreciate this scare zone a lot more tonight. Some really good props at the side, all on the railings in here. Doesn't seem to be as many actors out there in Vikings tonight. Let's see what Vanity Ball has for us. You ready for the fashion show? Yeah. Wow.
I'm afraid the surgeons have gone home this evening, Doug.
It's got a very dark and twisted theme, this, hasn't it? Even though it's got a lot of lighting and audio and stuff, it's actually very dark. So we had a walk through the scare zones there to wrap up our nights here at Halloween Horror Nights. And it seemed like there was a few actors missing in those tonight. Not quite the same atmosphere in there. Definitely recommend doing the scare zones a bit earlier on. I do remember saying that in a previous vlog from here. Seems like, I don't know, a lot of the actors have lost their energy in there, which in a way is kind of understandable when it's been a long night for them. But a few of them seem like they were chatting to some of the friends, didn't they, as well?
It kind of ruins the atmosphere when you've got them that broke character and they're chatting to the friends about random stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins it.
That was sort of going on just at the end of the night, wasn't it there, especially in Vanity Ball. But overall, very, very impressed with this year's event. We are actually coming back for another night, as much as this is the last vlog from this trip, because we filmed everything, and of course we've done 2 vlogs from here, from this event. But yeah, we are going to be coming back to do some more stuff. Along with that, we've got another couple of park days, what we're going to be doing up at Disney as well. But yeah, that is all from the vlogs on this trip. And Charlotte is very, very tired tonight, but she's done so well throughout this whole trip. You've been amazing, you really have. And what an absolutely incredible trip it's been. Now, we'll be sitting down when we get back home and doing a bit of a summary video. Of course, with it being Charlotte's first trip, we'll sort of sit down when we get back after a few days of relaxing and sort of talk about everything in general, what Charlotte's favourite parts of it all were, because there's so much from this trip to take in, isn't there? Like,
yeah, it's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. But in terms of this event, I think we said a couple of minutes ago our favourites. I think you kind of agreed, don't you, on those?
Yeti's my favourite.
Yeti's your favourite.
Yeti.
I agree as well. Yeti's my favourite. Probably followed by Universal Monsters, and then Graveyard Games. But then can't forget Us. That was really good. Stranger Things, that was great. And then you got some of the ones that I enjoyed but are down there for me, and that's like Ghostbusters, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You know, but don't get me wrong, this was some great stuff. Favourite scare zone?
Vanity Ball.
Vanity Ball, but not when the actors are breaking character.
Yeah.
For me, it's really tough because I think there's not been really one big scare zone what stood out to me loads this year. There has been in previous years. I really liked sort of just the atmosphere of all of them, to be honest. I think Arcade's really nice with the lasers. The whole event's got a very 80s sort of feel to it this year. And yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic to bring you 2 vlogs on this event. But there you go, that is all from our trip to Orlando, Florida. I hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, lots of other videos to come across Halloween 2019 here on Theme Park Worldwide from lots of different events back in the UK, and also some other bits as well from Europa Park, heading out for their horror nights. I'm going out there very soon, and also as well to Disneyland Paris to check out another family Halloween event. So much more to come. We're both very, very tired, aren't we? But we've done it. We've got a few days now. I know a lot of people have been commenting saying, take some time off camera. And that's coming up for us over the next few days. The camera has been put away. We've got another 3 days left before we fly home. We've filmed everything for you guys. It's time for us to have a bit of time to ourselves and enjoy the parks, and especially up at Disney, which we love at Universal, but Disney's very close to our hearts, isn't it? And yeah, we'll talk more about our thoughts, and especially Charlotte's thoughts, when we get back from this trip. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic adventure. It's been wonderful, hasn't it?
It's been amazing.
It really has, and of course, having people following Charlotte's journey as well has been great, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you from both of us.
Thank you so much.
We really do appreciate it, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to come and visit everywhere that we do. So there we go, from me and Charlotte on this epic trip to Orlando, Florida. That means it's time to cue those credits. See you all soon.